Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Comment ça va?
Bien. Yeah, very excited to be honest. First time for me in Canada. It's gonna be a very special weekend. Track looks very, very good to be honest. It's a dream track for me. Be racing here.
It's a new challenge, first time ever for Formula 2 here. Lawrence is doing a great job. He's feeling very comfortable with the team. We are working very well together, so we have to keep up this momentum.
When I heard that we're going to be racing here, I was really excited. Montreal is something you've been watching on TV since you're a young kid. It's such an iconic track. It's very unique, you know, a lot of bumps, all chicanes, really tricky, close to the walls at the same time.
This track is like super bumpy.
Yeah, the bumpiest of the season. The only feedback that I heard from Alpine is like, there are two tracks where the simulation is useless, Monaco and Montreal. Whatever you do at the sim doesn't work in real life.
You position your car in a good way next to it. I don't imagine you need to take that much
No,
care,
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We are very happy to have Gabriele in the team, and I think he matured quite a lot. I think also the relation between him and his engineer is very good, and they really trust each other, and I think that's always some good grounds to for some good results.
Yeah, very excited. Another new track to take off, which is always very fun. A lot of preparations before this race weekend. Of course, a new track for both me and the team, so a lot of things to learn before the weekend, but feeling ready.
I think it will be quite interesting with F2, not a lot of margin to do mistakes. Just looking forward to see how it feels when you go on track, because until now I just got the feeling on this sim.
I always enjoy coming to like historical tracks like this one. It's about building up in FP, getting comfortable to get close to the walls, and then in qualifying to get that lap together.
One wall that is quite famous. How close do you think you should get to the wall of champions?
That's the thing, the closer you get, obviously, the more speed you've obviously carried, obviously in the right way, and that's why you see people getting so close to the wall. I think you try and get out of the corner and try to stay committed to the power, and then you hope that you don't touch it. That's why I love street circuits, man. It's just, you know, you've got to be quite calculated, and you can gain a lot but also lose everything.
It's a lot of things combined that makes this victory mean even more. Last year was a tough year. This is a bit of a redemption also, because I want to show, first of all, to myself and to everyone that I'm able to win races and I'm able to fight for championship.
Oh, Gabriele Minì, a driver who has had some heartbreak over the years, hasn't he? When we look back to the Formula 3 end of that championship fight with Leo Fornaroli.
Minì, not the season he wanted last year, showed flashes of brilliance, but not the consistency he was after. But this season, who knows, this could be the start of a championship challenge for Minì, and that's put him second provisionally in the championship now, considering Tsolov, no score.
When you win a race, you just arrive at the finish line where the adrenaline comes down, you know, everything, you just release everything. It's just an amazing feeling, you know, but that doesn't mean that we have to stop here. Hopefully we'll get many more this season. This probably will be, I think, the last year, that I have the possibility, you know, to race in F2 and show my potential to try and arrive in F1. So it is a make or break. I've been working my whole life to try and have a shot at it. And this is the year that matters, so I'm ready.
Gabriele Minì, this looks like a very good lap. Is it going to put him all the way to the top as he heads over the line? Yes, it does. Rafa going fastest there, recently out in a Ferrari F1 car, and they will be very pleased with what they're seeing so far. This is going to be a really close end to the session. A number of drivers up there showing good enough pace. Goethe there has broken the suspension on his car going into the barrier. Down towards the final chicane comes the Mexican driver now for Campos Racing. Can he get himself on to the front row or even a pole position? He heads out of the final chicane. Oh, that was so close to the wall of champions. Joshua Dirksen, he's next to the line now, and he's giving a toe to Van Hoopen. Fourth for Dirksen, and Van Hoopen absolutely nailed that. Pole position for Laurens van Hoopen for Trident. He's been one of the standout drivers so far this season.
Monumental stuff right at the last. Van Hoopen dragged to the line.
It's a cool track already. When I was doing it on the sim, it was really fun. It's just also very, very tricky, and especially in FP when like the track is very like dusty, slippery, like the crash is really close, you know, with the snap on the exit or stuff like that. But then in quali it all came together well, and you kind of were just on the limit, and it worked out well.
It's a really cool championship. Obviously, it's very similar to F3 in the way the weekend builds up. So it's already a 4th year in those 2 championships. I've come very comfortable in the environment right now. I hope I step up and get to miss it, you know, next year. But it's definitely a place that teaches you a lot, you know, with only a short amount of track time given, really shows who can do well, who has the talent, and really makes us stronger as drivers. Racing with F1 already at such an early age, I think is a really good opportunity and really cool. You know, the F1 teams can always follow us, and that gives you the step in the end that you need.
Fight for the lead continues between Gabriele Minì and Noel Leon. Noel Leon in that white Campos has now gone into the lead of the race. Noel Leon is going to become the first Mexican driver to win in FIA Formula 2 and the first winner here in Canada. Campos Racing doing the double. They've made history in both Miami with Nikola Tsolov and now with Noel Leon here in Canada.
Vamos, cabrón, vamos con the race. Yeah, venga, jump. Come on. Bravo.
What a performance from Campos Racing, and that one they will celebrate for a very long time. Gabriele Minì in 2nd place there, Stenchorn in 3rd.
Brutal Formula 2 race, absolutely brutal.
Gabriele Minì, you see that 2nd place. This is good points for him in terms of the championship.
Really good points for Gabriele Minì.
Been waiting for this one for a long time, and yeah, in the last laps, to be honest, I was thinking of all the process to get this, and yeah, I'm very happy that now I have on my pockets. So yeah, very pleased with the car, with the work that the team has been doing, and yeah, I'm extremely thankful with them. So yeah, one more race to go, and we'll try to go as further as we can. Very happy that on my first win, it was my mom present, and yeah, it was an emotional moment for all of us.
A lot of people talk about hard work, but no one really knows what you need to do in this sport, particularly to work hard. We cannot really be driving every day, so I mean, getting stronger definitely helps, but it's not the key to be the fastest one. So you really have to figure out the way to really work harder, which is, you know, either knowing the car, speaking with the engineers more, guiding them in the right way, figuring out mental exercises on the sim, not particularly driving, but putting yourself in difficult situations, etc. I think I've figured that out really well, how to do it. When you're really prepared, there's not pressure, because you've done that same thing over 1,000 times, so you just know you can do it once again.
I think it's a good moment for motorsport in Italy. It's good. I'm sure that everyone wants to do their best. Both Kimi for sure this year wants to win. Leo for sure wants to try and get the seat in Formula 1, and I want to, you know, same thing for me. I want to win the F2 to try and win, to try and go into F1. So I'm sure that we can all three make it and reach our dreams, but you know, we have to work really hard and, you know, hope for the best as well.
It's been a really good start and just shows that we've been working in the right way and we're on the right track. But to have it this early is just very, very nice to have in general. I mean, I didn't fully expect that. I know we were quick already in testing, that we were able to extract quite a lot from the car, but then to do so well already that early in the season is, yeah, just really nice. We haven't run in the wet all weekend, So it's going to be the first time for me, but also for everyone. And I've only done a couple laps in Miami in the wet on this car, so it's still that I have a lot to learn in the wet. But overall, I'm not too worried about it. I think we're strong in the wet usually. We're strong in the dry. So in the end, for me, my main focus is to make sure that I do everything right, and then we'll see.
Now it is time for Grand Prix Sunday. Different conditions to greet the drivers today.
Staring into the eyes of Laurens van Hoopen, who takes pole position across from the man who ceded the lead of the championship, Nikola Tsolov.
Van Hoopen having to defend here from Nikola Tsolov. Oh, and he's gone into the wall of champions. Laurens van Hoopen, our race leader, is out of this race. Huge damage to the right-hand side of his car. What a devastating end to the weekend for Van Hoopen.
A bounce off the curb and through the exit, the leader of the race clobbers the wall of champions on lap 5 of the Formula 2 feature.
Oh, contact there. Nikola Tsolov is round in contact. I think that was from Minì going off there. That is Roman Belinsky, isn't it? Who's gone way wide down at the hairpin. Stenchon is going to go into the lead of the race. Down the straight, that is Alex Dunn going by Gabriele Minì onto the podium places there. Martini Stenchon, his first win in Formula 2 and a first 1-2 finish for the Rodin Motorsport squad.
Yeah, it feels amazing. It's been, we have had so much pace so far this season, and the future races just hasn't worked out like we wanted, so it's an amazing feeling to stand here today and have the win. It was an extremely difficult race as well. We had a bit of all kind of conditions, so yeah, coming away with the win feels very good.
I think it's nice to finally get points on the board. You know, it wasn't a win, and I'm not necessarily super happy with P2, but P2 is still good points. You know, I think coming and experiencing a new track in a new place is always really cool as a driver, and this weekend I really enjoyed it. You know, Miami was a great weekend, and I think this weekend, in terms of how much I enjoyed driving the track, was even better. So definitely, I think we're all very lucky to be here.
It really went well. Logistically was great. We were extremely well welcomed. The fans could visit very closely what F2 is and see our paddock and the cars and the drivers and understand, you know, the way we're working with the stars of the future. And I think it was a very, very positive weekend for everybody.
I felt amazing, to be honest. I mean, today we didn't really have the pace to win or even, I think, to reach the podium. We just stayed out of trouble and you know, benefited from other drivers' mistakes. And in the end, we managed to maximize everything. So I'm very, very happy.